those headsets. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool, sweet, thank you. Little crowd mic directional, yeah.
Use that to plug in
Mm-hmm.
control its because I'm trying to
Yeah. Just generally cumbersome. Cool, right on. Electric in the air. Well, good afternoon, or good morning, I should say, to most of the people tuning in for today's game. Coming to you live here in the mid-afternoon hours here in Pennsylvania. As the Generals kick off their second game of the EHL Premier Series, facing off against the Lehigh Valley Junior Rebels of the EHL. Alex Simpson along with you. Happy to have you guys aboard this morning. I imagine, again, most of you just waking up and starting your day with hockey. Can you imagine a better way to start it? Would love to hear from you throughout the day in the chat, mainly on Twitter and Facebook as well. Let us know how the stream is sounding, how things are looking on your end. So in just a couple of minutes, we're getting underway. Again, would love to hear from you throughout the day, both Lehigh Valley fans and, of course, Generals fans getting their day started on the West Coast. Don't worry, we won't tell your bosses that you're watching at work. Your secret is safe with us. Alex Stinson along with you today here with the Eugene Generals Hockey Network, bringing you all the action here in Game 2 of the Generals EHL/EHL Premier Series. Today's matchup against the Lehigh Valley Junior Rebels. Generals dropping yesterday's opener against the New Jersey 87s in Middletown, New Jersey, 4-2. Generals jumping out into a 1-0 lead on Alex Clark's 4th goal of the season. The 87s would tie the score, and we would head into the first and only intermission tied at 1-1. Yesterday's game played under kind of a showcase format with 2 25-minute halves. A rough second half, though, yesterday for the Gens. The 87s would pick up the win. Generals looking to bounce back as they face off against the EHL's Lehigh Valley Rebels. Generals 2-3 on the season. Starting lineup today for the Gens includes Cody Arbolowski, Justin Bailiff, and Jared Code up front. And on the blue line, Nicholas Short and Dakota Henn. In that, between the pipes for the Gens, the Wisconsin native Carson Royso. Let's hope there's no seismic activity here. I didn't actually look at the way it's attached. Yeah. And we are underway here in Lehigh Valley. The draw is won by Lehigh Valley. They played up the near side. Jostling forward in the neutral zone are a couple of players. It's back over to all right. Bit of a trip here as Hammer goes down. And it's played back over to Dakota Henn. Henn tries to get it out of his feet. He does exactly that. Gets it up to Arbolowski. Excuse me, that is Arbolowski. Back up here on the near side, back in the neutral zone. Kind of ping-ponged around a bit. Puck squirts over near the crease of Royson. Henn able to pick it back up. Henn will reset, cut through a couple of skaters, and bring it back from behind his own net. This looks like this is Justin Bailiff who wheels up the near side, and he'll dump it in where the Lehigh Valley goaltender will give it a stop. Wrapped around over on the far side, the Rebels will just be able to get it out of the zone. It's here in the neutral zone. They'll tap it up ahead, taken over by Dunn. Dunn flies it to Bauman now. Bauman will get a head full of steam. He'll just fire it up ahead. And that goes down back behind the net of the Lehigh Valley goaltender. Played by number 10. He wraps it over into the corner. Resetting is number 14. He'll head behind the net. Tries to shuffle it along the boards. A turnover, though, centering pass. Chance in front. Lurking was Hunter Boyven, but the puck rolled on Boyven. Couldn't quite settle it down. Good scoring opportunity out of the gate. Puck held up on the net. We get a whistle and stoppage of play. 18:45 here left in the first period. Already hearing from a couple of folks today. We'll get to those at the next stoppage of play. Great to hear so many familiar and friendly faces tuning in as we get a face-off to the right of the Lehigh Valley goaltender. Face-off is won by the Gens. It goes to Boyven. Boyven swings it out to Devin Dunn. A little lackadaisical pass, though, as Dunn's pass is intercepted trying to find Bauman. Jostling here on the near side, picked up by number 8. And Lehigh Valley tries to advance it. Good stick in the neutral zone. This is Friesen who picks it up. Already hearing from Ross Friesen. Shout out to Ross tuning in back in Eugene. Charging at the net was Alex Clark. He scored 2 yesterday. He's got 5 on the season, tied for the team lead with Dakota Hent. Here come the Rebels. It's number 2, dropped the shoulder after faking the cut inside. He's pinned against the boards, back behind the net by Bauman. Mitchell tries to help out. Good stick by Roysum. And now it's Clark who tries to bring it out. A little lackadaisical right there on his exit. The captain helped pick him up, and it's out into the neutral zone. Thrown right back in by the Rebels, goes past the outstretched catching glove of Roysum, held along the boards where Hennon picks it up. Hennon over to Hen, easy for me to say. It's taken out of the zone. No, a dangerous turnover. Here's a chance. A shot deflected up and out of play. We saw a couple defensive miscues yesterday by the Gens, particularly in the second half. We'll see how that shakes up and if it's cleaned up today. Stoppage of play, we're going to face off to the right of Roysum. 17:46 left here in the first. Face-off's won by the Rebels. They're going to shot off from the top of the circle, but easily handled by Roysum. And we'll do it again. Mark Code, Brett Sparks, Travis Nyberg tuning in. Happy to see you guys are all tuning in for this morning or this afternoon's broadcast, depending on where you're watching. Face-off shoots into the board. Jacob Rhodes tries to walk away with it. So does Minchin. Here's his shot. Puck is still loose and it goes wide. Looked like a dangerous shot attempt right there after Roysum couldn't quite corral the rebound. And it's thrown back in and held in by the Rebels. Along the near wall, they'll try to dump it down below. Can't do it the first time by Hammer, but he does the second time. Centering pass gets through everybody over to the far side. Hennon takes a big hit, but the Generals just able to get it out of the zone. And here come the Rebels right back in. Offsides, though, is the call. Just barely unable to get across is Corelli. And we'll get a whistle and a face-off in the neutral zone. A couple of good chances here for the Rebels, still scoreless. Obolowski on the draw for the Gens right in front of us. It shoots over to the boards where Bailiff tried to play it for a moment. Short, a little trouble. Picked up by the Rebels. We'll throw it in. Roysum will hold it up back behind his own net. Here's short and set. He'll wrap it around over to the far side. It skips past Code. Held in, though, at the point. This is Koenig. Here he shoots. It goes wide after a couple of deflections and into the far corner. Number 2 looking for a redirection in front. Nice idea, but it goes wide. And still held in by Lehigh Valley. Dump back behind the net of Roysum. Into the corner it goes. Short will try to dig it out. Picked up by Bauman, who will just bank it off the glass. Generals looking to get some fresh skaters on the ice. Bauman runs into a Lehigh skater, and it looks like Bauman got the worst of that one. He's all right as he heads to the bench, and the Generals bring it out. Here's Arbolowski. Arbolowski at the near side will just throw it in, and all 3 forwards will head for a change, or 2 of them rather, as Code stays on the ice on the forecheck. Out comes Lehigh Valley with a head full of steam. This is number 9 who brings it up the near wing. He's able to get past one, loses his footing. That's Gordon. Dunn plays it. We get a whistle and a penalty, though. Looks like we might get a trip or a hook is the call. First penalty goes against the Gens here at the 15:54 mark. Face off to the right of Royce, and it goes back to number 8 at the top of the circle. Trying to get it to his forehand, just couldn't quite do it. Cross-ice pass. He shoots, and he scores. What a finish on the far side by the big fella, number 3. He buries it off a nice feed, and just like that, Lehigh Valley jumps out to the 1-0 lead. Face off in the center circle, won by Lehigh Valley. They'll dump it in. That goal coming, again, just right around the 15:50 mark, early in the power play. The first penalty against the Gens cost them. Lehigh Valley able to keep it in. Banged along the boards. Boyven now tries to get it out. He gets it up to Friesen. Friesen couldn't quite handle it. It's thrown right back in on the right side of the red line by Lehigh Valley. Here's Henry, races behind his own net, throws on the brakes. He gets it up ahead to Friesen. Friesen advances it just past Boyven. Here's Clark who will pick it up. Clark just dumps it in, and it goes back behind the net of the Lehigh Valley goaltender. Turnover in a dangerous area. Boyven couldn't quite handle it. That one squeaks between his feet. Clark now on the forecheck. It's wrapped over here to the near side. Here's Clark firing. That one goes well wide. Again, Clark with 2 yesterday, the only 2 goals for the Generals. Here's Hen with the shot, knocked down in front by a couple of shin pads. Back out to the point. Here's Dunn. Dunn fires. That one goes just wide. Again, it was Dunn's penalty on the hook that led to the Lehigh Valley power play and the Lehigh Valley power play goal. Wrapped around in the near side by number 22. But it takes a funky bounce, held in along the boards. Friesen keeps it in and absorbs a hard hit along the boards. Hennon will try to track it down in the corner. Hennon pinned against the wall. It squirts out to Dunn. Dunn just tries to shovel it down, but unable to do so, and now it's brought out by Lehigh Valley. Skaters swarmed by a couple of blue jerseys. Hennon picks it up. And on the second effort, able to advance it at least for a moment. Cutting inside, though, is number 8. He gets it back, shooting, and goes just wide. Took a fortunate bounce after his initial possession was broken up. Now that shot goes up and over the crossbar, held in on the glass. Wraps over to the far side now. Gordon gets it out to the point, looking for a shot. There's a shot, but an easy save right on the G of Royson's jersey. He holds on. A clear catching lane the whole way, and we'll get a face-off to his left. 13:44 left here in the period. Here's Bauman. He just yanks it up to himself, and he'll race out of the zone. He's got Minchin over to his right. Minchin, though, a little overeager off sides, and we'll head back to the neutral zone as a 3-on-2 opportunity falls by the wayside. Faceoff squirts back in the defensive zone of Lehigh Valley. Played behind the net by number 10. He tries to get through 2 Generals, and he does, but the third one turns him away. It's held in by Minchin and Hennon. Held up along the netting. Minchin jostling for it, and Hennon as well. It finally squirts out along the near wall, held in by Short on the backhand. Manthe a little trouble playing it. Sashaying around is Gordon. Loses one skater nicely and advances the puck up the near side. Here's number 10 who gets it up. Over to Lynn Harris. Lynn Harris in front, hesitating, shooting. Great save made by Royston. Nice patience and a great play by Lynn Harris to try to get off that opportunity. But Royston outweights him and makes the play. Manthe offsides again. And that's the second time in just about as many minutes we've seen an offsides call against the Gens. We'll head back out to the neutral zone. Shot 6-2 in favor of Lehigh Valley. 12:56 left in the period. A couple more people tuning in. Danny Kudlak, and I hope I'm not butchering that name. I should have that down by now, but Danny tuning in back in the Emerald Valley. Great to hear from all the folks watching bright and early back home. Here comes Lehigh Valley racing out of the zone. Arbolowski caught up in a couple of extracurriculars. When he turns around, he realizes that Lehigh Valley's racing into the zone here. Still held in, but number 8 races back out of the zone. Gives the Generals a favor, and he'll actually race all the way back into the defensive zone. Cross-ice pass catches the Generals' stick, but it does squirt all the way up ahead. Number 13 for Lehigh Valley tries to track it down, but it's Jacob Rhodes who gets there first. He gets it over to Bailiff. Bailiff couldn't handle it along the boards. A couple of bodies banging into the boards as well. Held in by Koenig, the goal scorer, scoring the power play goal here, and that's where we stand 1-0. Caught up in Rhodes' feet, didn't quite realize it. It's back behind Royston's net. Out to the point it goes. Here's Koenig with the shot, knocked down, and it deflects 90 degrees right into the boards. It's cleared out of the zone. It should be an icing. Arbolowski looks to track it down, and we get the call. Nathan Leach watching back from home. Generals player, the lone General, unable to make the trip due to, we'll call it, an upper body injury. Certainly hope he's feeling all right. Glad to hear that the prognosis seems to get better day by day. Leach, a second-year veteran from Puyallup, Washington. Here comes Hen. Hen gets past one, skips past another, advances it up to Code. Code will throw it in up to, as Friesen will try to track it down, but the Lehigh Valley goaltender holds on. We're going to face off likely to his right. Beg your pardon. Face off to the left of the Lehigh Valley goaltender. 9 on the draw for the Rebels. Friesen on the draw for the Gens. It's won by Friesen, but the Rebels almost able to come away with it. It squirts out to the point. Den tries to throw it in. Kind of a foul tip on that one. It does find its way to Boydman, who fires. Speaking of foul tips, he only caught a piece of that one. Easily covered up by 32. We're going to face off this time to his right. Face-off taken by Lehigh Valley. They'll just try to wrap it out of the zone. It doesn't quite trickle out, and Clark able to keep it in just barely. It's held up along the near side, and Koenig rumbles out. He'll throw it towards the net as he crosses the red line. Royson forced to cover this one up, and we'll get a whistle. Here's Bauman, who brings it out of the zone. He gets a fortunate trip up here as the player blows his tire. This time everybody onside. He'll cut inside, looking to get the shot off, but he's swarmed by a trio of white jerseys. Good job defensively by the Rebels to collapse down. It trickles into the slot. Koenig picks it up. He gets it out. Now a 2-on-1 opportunity the other way. Great drag ahead by number 8. Hammer just able to stay onside. 8 shoots. Royson saves, bobbles the rebound, but able to hold on. No juicy rebounds given up. And we get a face-off. Good opportunity for the Rebels. Shots 9-4 in favor of Lehigh Valley. Manthe on the draw for the Gens, number 22 for Lehigh Valley. 22 wins it. That's Dempsey. Shot from the point. Easy save made by Royce, and we'll get another face-off. Corelli on that shot. And again, it trickles back to Corelli. He'll just try to feather it towards the net in a dangerous area. Nice idea, looking to find Dempsey on the backhand. I believe that was Galen on the pass. Unable to convert here is Hen. Hen tries to flip it over to Minchin. A little too much sauce in that tight area. Back down below to number 21. Looks for the wrap. He's got Lindharris drifting in, but instead he gets it out to the point. D-to-D pass over here to the near side. Heverly shoots, but it's off a elbow in front and taken out by Hennon. Hennon advances it up, avoids a big hit. Number 14 lining him up, but Hennon able to get the best of him. 14 still able to catch enough of them to break up possession, and now here comes Lehigh Valley. Galen misplays it a bit along the near boards. He's bumped as he enters the zone by Hennon, but he's able to get in. Galen looking to wrap it around on the backhand, but he's pickpocketed by Hen, and now Hennon gets it over to Hen, back over to Hen, who advances it into the attacking zone. Hennon and Short both head for a change, so does Hen, just as Lehigh Valley tries to get it out of the zone, and they do just that. Here's number 8, up to Koenig. Koenig crosses the red line and throws it in, where it's held up by Royson. Lazy pass there by Bailiff, forced a turnover in a dangerous area. Shot from a tough angle, easy pass save. That's kicked aside by Royson. Skips past Koenig, who couldn't quite hold it in at the blue line. And now Code will try to track it down. That heads into the corner, we're quickly broken up. And now off and running are the Rebels. Able to skip past Dunn, but the puck skips off number 8's stick. It's held up on the netting, back behind the net. There's Gordon who charges in, rebound in front. Easy goal for Lehigh Valley. They make it 2-0 as that one trickles past after the backhanded shot. 1 becomes 2. Lehigh Valley doubles their lead. Faceoff goes back to Bauman, who tries to play it up the boards. Clark now flips it up into the attacking zone. Friesen a little trouble with it, though, just inside the blue line. It trickles back over. Bauman rifles it right back in, where it's held up by number 32. Looks like that last name is Zimmerman. If any Lehigh Valley fans are out there, please call me out if I'm butchering these last names. As Clark tries to charge with the net, he's poked away by the stick of Zimmerman. And now Friesen just yanks it away. Friesen sets up back behind the net. He'll look to get it to Boyven. Boyven has it from a tough angle. Bobbles it a little bit on the stick handle. Tries to get it away. Instead, it's a turnover. And now Lynn Harris picks it up. There's Lynn Harris. He'll just feather it towards the net. Scooped up shortstop style by Royson. He'll hold on. Face-on coming up 8:31. Shots 14-4 in favor of the Junior Rebs. Manthe loses the draw, but it takes a fortunate bounce, and now Minchin will just bring it up. A little indecisive as he enters the zone, but luckily it trickles back over to Hennon. Hennon takes a hard hit. He drops down to his knees, tries to get it back over to Minchin. We got a delayed penalty coming up as Royson heads to the bench. Manthe will try to track it down in the corner as the extra skater joins the ice, but it looks like we should get a whistle, and we do. First power play opportunity of the day coming up for the Gens, and it comes at the 7:49 mark. Face-off won by the Gens. Clark and Hen playing a little two-man game here. Nice move by Hen to get skip past a couple. He fires just off the side as Clark tries to come in on the rebound, unable to get there in time, and now racing back is Arbolovsky. Arbolovsky plays it off the boards. Here comes Clark. Clark looking for the shot save, made a rebound on the backhand, trying to jam it in. Nice idea. There was Friesen lurking in front, unable to connect on that little one-timer off the rebound. Rifled out of the zone, but it finds the tape of Hen, and he'll advance it up as he enters the zone. He'll set up shop at the top of the far circle. Cross-ice pass looking for Bauman. Caught up at his feet. Bauman couldn't quite handle it, and it is cleared as Arbolovsky races back. Bauman absorbs a hard hit and able to keep it in the zone. Thrown at the net. Charging to trying to take it over is Hen. Unable to get there in time, and now coming the other way is Lehigh Valley. Short-handed chance the other way. Lehigh Valley looking to make it three. Charging, save made by Royson, it looks. The puck trickles into the corner. 8 showing to be a dangerous skater here against the Gens thus far. 50 seconds left on the Generals' power play. Here comes Hen. He brings it up, looking to give it over to his left, but a good stick forces it over to his right. It's dumped back below, where Minchin tries to track it down, but it is cleared and trickles all the way back to the Generals' defensive zone. 35 seconds left of the Generals' power plays. It's picked up by Rose. Rose tries to bang it off the boards. Hennon lets it go up to Bailiff. Bailiff spins around, and he finds Coday here on the near wing. Coday skips past one. 4 goals on the season for Jared Coday, second on the team. First-year junior player from Irvine, California. Only 10 seconds left on the power play. Now coming the other way, it's a 2-on-1 opportunity. Over to number 23, Dempsey, who fires, save made, rebound goes wide. And now over to Bailiff, we're back to even strength. The only real good opportunities seem to come for Lehigh Valley during that Generals power play. As Dunn will now try to track it down back in his own zone. We've got 5 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the first period. Again, 2-0 the score in favor of the Junior Reds. Dunn with some trouble in the corner. It's handed off. It's turned over, rather. 8 gets it out to Corelli. Corelli tees it up. He fires. That one goes wide. Rebound on the back door. Royson able to get over just enough to break that one up. And then Galen lurking on the near side. His chance broken up by a couple of General sticks. Nice redirect in front by number 21, Galen. But Royce him up to the tax, makes the pad save. Still held in. This is number 8, looking to cut inside and split a couple of Generals. Unable to do so, but it's still taken by Galen. Here's Corelli. He fires. Galen almost redirects that in off the inside of his elbow. High stick is called, and it's touched up by Lehigh Valley. We'll head out of the zone. 4:19 left to go here in the first period. Takes a funky bounce and drifts into the slot. Code now comes away with it. He tries to hand it off. He loses his footing, getting tangled up. A shot goes wide, 32. Will just dive out of his crease, cover it up. We're going to face off coming up in the attacking zone. Those short pitches down, and the gamble costs him. Now coming the other way, here's Hammer with the 2-on-1 centering pass. Oh, perfectly executed 2-on-1. Again, defensive lapses here for the Gents, and it's 3-0 here with a couple minutes to go here in the first period. Gordon wins the draw for Lehigh Valley and tries to bring it up himself. Nice idea, but it's broken up. Played back by Lehigh Valley. Generals trying to take it over, flipped up ahead by Bauman. And now here's Minchin. Minchin enters the zone, trying to skip his way around Koenig. Able to get past, but Minchin takes a big hit with his eyes down. It drifts out to Bauman, who fires. That one knocked down, and now coming the other way is Lynn Harris. Bauman able to get there first and chops that one up. And out of play. 3:23 left here in the first period. Face-off taken by Hen, but again, offsides to call. Third offsides of the period, 2 of which have come against Friesen. We'll head back out of the zone. 3:17 left in the period. Corelli enters the zone now, able to get a step on short, but the centering pass is broken up by Clark. And it rolls into the corner. Puck loose. Here's Hurley with the shot. That one goes wide off a couple of deflections from some General sticks. And now here comes Friesen. Friesen cuts inside, able to avoid a hit. Here is Hen, who fires a hard clapper. Shoulder save made by Simmerman. And now taken out by Lehigh Valley again. They've got numbers off and running through the neutral zone. Hurley gets it over to Galen. Cross-ice pass over to number 8. He fires. Shot goes wide. It looked like that missed glove side. Boyden tries to get it out of the net. He absorbs a hit and unable to get it out of the zone as well. I beg your pardon. As it's down in the near corner. Looking for Hammer streaking in front. That one broken up. Clark a little trouble just handling it, and he'll just advance it and then head to the bench. Boyman a blind pass, and it's caught up in Code's feet as Boyman heads to the bench. Code on the forecheck tries to track it down. We get a whistle. Face out to the right of the Lehigh Valley goaltender. It's pushed over here to the near side where Bailiff will try to hold it in. He goes to work down in the corner. Here's Bauman now. Bauman fires. Chance in front, goes just wide. Code lurking on the back door, tries to almost bank it in. Looking for either a centering pass or kind of a cheeky little bank shot off of the goaltender. Bauman pinches down. He's able to win possession, but it does squirt out of his zone. Bauman backhands it right back in. Turnover forced by the Gens. Code is dragged down to the ground off a hit from Lehigh Valley. Arbolowski jostling over on the far side, gets it down over to Code. Code tries to feather it in front, but instead it trickles right over to the Lehigh Valley goaltender. 51 seconds left here in the first period. Pass over to Hen. Hen only able to get a little bit of mustard on it as he was swarmed by a couple of players. Here's a shot from a tough angle by Minchin. Shoulder save made by Zimmerman, and it finds its way over to the far corner. Hen tries to keep it in. Here's Minchin looking to cut inside. It bangs around on skates from both sides. Now Hen pitches down and able to keep it in. Pirouettes over at the blue line and throws it into the near corner. Back to Minchin. Minchin tracks it down. He looks to center it up a couple of six years. Done with the clapper. That one just kind of knuckles its way wide. Zimmerman coming way out of his net. And out come the Rebels. 14 able to evade a couple of skaters. That's Hurley looking for number 2 entering the zone. That'll do it for the first period of play. And a frustrating period it was for Eugene. Shots 19-9 in favor of Lehigh Valley. And at the end of one, it's the Rebels 3, the Generals 0.
Did he get knocked out in some minutes?
I had to say a lot. I just
kind of talked to him about brotherhood. Do you care about your brother? You can't let him go and find himself. You're not telling him to, because he plays easy all over high pressure. Pressure. Our guy won't go pressure them. And he's afraid that he's going to get beat. So you got to tell him that.
I think good. I don't know the guys going out there.
I just says all the time so just the reality is you could aim it. You don't know if you're in. So how do you help them fix the kids? Sometimes the kids can do it
All right, second period action here. First 20 minutes belonging solely to Lehigh Valley. A 3-0 lead after 20 minutes of play. Shots 19-9 in favor of Eugene. Kind of calling the back foot here. Be interested to see how they come out here in the second period after what I'm sure they deemed was a frustrating first 20 minutes of play. This is Bailiff up now to Arbolowski. Nice little exit out of the zone. The Generals have struggled with breakouts here in their first 48 hours here on the East Coast. They wrapped over to the near side. Trying to track it down is Codade. Squirts out of the zone. First one to get there is Short. Short with a little trouble with it. He fires it over to the far side. Bailiff, nice idea, but it does trickle over to Codade. Codade throws it at the net, easily stick aside by the Lehigh Valley goaltender. Boyden tries to keep it in. He does on his feet, at least for the moment, but now here comes Hurley the other way. He's got Galen back behind him. He drops it off to Galen at the top of the circle. Faked the shot, hesitated to go down, looked to give it back to Hurley, and it's taken back over by the Gens. Generals just able to squirt it out of the zone. Short banks it up on the far side to Boyden. Boyden enters the zone. He's got Friesen to his left. Boyden just fires it at the net, and it's held onto by the Lehigh Valley goaltender. Face-off taken away by the junior Rebs. They get it up to the near side to number 8, who's had a real nice game thus far. Nice first 20 minutes. Lynn Harris tries to set up a couple of good sticks, break up that centering pass. Thrown off the boards, held in by number 5, who pinches down. Takes a bounce off of the skate of our referee here, picked up by Dunn, who fires it back down over to Bauman. Hard shot save made by Royce, and he holds on. That is not Turchinkanov. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. A Kazakh native, it looks like. And we get a face-off to the right of Royce. Banged off the boards over here to the near side. Hendon will try to track it down. Pinching down is number 10. He catches a piece of it to force the turnover, but it trickles out of the zone. Junior Rebs forced to reset. Here comes Gordon now. Gordon enters the zone with a head full of steam. Hard shot, covered up, and not much of a rebound as Royson will hold on. We'll get a face-off to his left. Anthony and Gordon on the draw. Gordon tries to flip it to himself. We saw him do that at the center circle earlier. He's now 2 for 2 on those kind of attempts from what I recall. Galen has it as he sachets back behind the net, gives it back down to Gordon. Hammer setting up in the low spot. He gets it on the backhand. Can't really get the shot off, and a nice stick right there by Royson as he just chops that one out of back behind the net. It trickles out to Hurley at the far point. Hurley walks the line for a moment, over to Gordon, tries to give a little give and go, unable to connect though. Now Bauman picks it up, he'll bring it out. Hendon tries to make it a 2-on-2. Here's Bauman, his shoots blocker save, puck still loose. Hendon tries to get it over to his backhand, couldn't quite do it, and he blows the tire heading out of the zone. Icing is the call, I'm not sure why, but the Generals catch a fortunate break there. We'll head back down to our left. Harvey wins the faceoff, but it shoots past Hen. Hen circles back to pick it up, tries to get it back up to Arbolonsky. Skip past his stick, and here's Corelli. Corelli hesitation to skip past short. He'll just throw it into the zone. It rolls over the blade of Rhodes, but Rhodes able to track it down. Rhodes running out of real estate and almost turns it over there in the corner. In fact, he does. And that trickles out to Hurley at the point. Arbolonsky had it for a moment, lost it. Here's a hard shot. That one goes wide off a couple of sticks. Picked up by Bailiff. Bailiff gets it out of the zone, loses possession. It's thrown right back in. Royson gloves it, then drops it down for Hen. Hen, a saucer pass up ahead. Bailiff tries to deflect it up ahead. And the problem is nobody is there. As Corelli goes down, we get an icing. We'll head back to our right. Face-off won by the Gents. Here is Hen, who tries to take it up. He gets it over to Short. Short can quite handle it. He's swarmed by a couple of white jerseys. Flipped along the boards. Held by number 8. He looks to center it up. He gets it over to Koenig. Koenig fires. Hard shot. And a pad save made by Royson charging out of his net. Shot from the top of the circle. A hard save made by Royson. And now Rhodes will just flip it out of the zone. It's thrown right back in, easily sticked aside by Royson. Here's Hen now. Hen looks to get some steam. Galen able to wall him off though, but Rhodes able to pick it up. That one rolls on him a bit. Going towards Zimmerman. Zimmerman will just cover this one up. We get a whistle. Here's Hammer. He crosses the red line, throws it into the far corner. Bauman is the first one there to track it down. He slides it over to his deep partner, Dunn. Nice little one-touch pass up to Clark, and here comes Clark up the near wing. Clark lost possession as he tried to enter the zone. We've seen him have some trouble this weekend thus far, kind of holding on to the puck here. He tries to get it across, loses possession. That's an easy turnover as now Hurley comes the other way. Hurley fires, save made by Royston, charging out of his net. I love that aggressive goaltending style from Royston. As it is cleared, but the Junior Rebs take back over. Caleb sauces it over to Corelli. Corelli tries to one-touch it up, but it's taken by Friesen as Corelli only caught a piece. Nice idea by Friesen, but unable to track it down. And now here comes Hurley the other way. Another 2-on-1 opportunity. Hurley's going to take it in himself. Goes to the backhand. Good save made by Royston. Keep it a 3-0 game. Still held in, though, by Lehigh Valley. This is Corelli from the near side. A shot save made. Another shot on the rebound save made, both from tough angles. It goes back behind. Good stick by Bauman over on the far side. And it's Bauman who takes it, flips it over to himself. He'll try to backhand it up ahead to Clark. Clark tries to flip it to himself. He does get it off the glass. Here comes Clark the other way. Clark in all alone. He'll try to finish it off. Save made by Zimmerman. And he holds on. Great save, and arguably the best chance we've seen thus far for the Gens. Clark with 2 yesterday, but Zimmerman denies him. We get a face-off coming up to his right. 14-11 left here in the period. Shots 7-5 in favor of the Lehigh Valley Junior Rebs here in the second period. 26-14 overall. And now a timeout called by Lehigh Valley. All right, ready to get back underway. Face-off to the right of Zimmerman. And it's won by Lehigh Valley, wrapped over to the far side. Rhodes able to get there in time to hold it in. Shot by Minchin at the point, knocked down about halfway there, but Minchin pinching down, able to keep it in and rotate it back defensively. Minchin centers it up over to Hennon. Excellent play, but I think it caught Hennon off guard a little bit. Still, Generals starting to show a little bit of life here in the start of the second. We get another face-off coming up after Zimmerman holds on. Face-off won by Gordon. He slaps it back behind. It goes over to the near side. Coming down is Penn. Penn able to win that battle. The puck now ping-ponging around on a couple of skates on the near boards. It trickles down into the corner. Hurley's going to be the first one there. He's got Hennon right in his back pocket. Drifts into a dangerous area, but Hurley able to get up and gallop. He brings it out of the zone. Hurley tries to skip it through. Here's his shot from a tough angle. That goes wide. Not sure if that really even caught a piece of Royston. It's back behind for Hammer. Hammer looking for Gordon in front. Good stick by Royston to break up that centering pass, and now it's Minchin who spins back behind his own net. He'll look to gain some speed. Nice pass up ahead to Hennon. Over to Hennon now. Hennon almost able to get it on the forehand. And he keeps it in over at the far point. He'll fire it at the net. Zimmerman covers it up. Another face-off coming up. This time to the left of Zimmerman. Here's Hurley now, able to get past a lot of stick handling here by Hurley, but so far so good, and it works out to perfection. Number 8 brings it down. I got to get that last name down at some point. He tries to advance it, but it's intercepted by Bauman. Bauman up ahead to Bailiff, takes a bank off of his stick. He flips it over Arbolowski. Arbolowski has Code in the middle. He gets it to Code. Code to the backhand. Excellent read by Zimmerman. Good patience as Code tried to go forehand backhand, but he's denied. A long pass is intercepted, this time by Corelli. Corelli able to skip past Dunn rather easily. Bauman comes over, able to help him out and break up the shot opportunity. Here is Bailiff. Bailiff tries to slide it out to Code. Again, a long pass intercepted. It's thrown back in, but the Rebs forced to get back on side as it's picked up by Dunn. Former Burbank Cougar surveys the ice. He passes it up ahead, out of the reach of Bailiff. And it goes back where Dunn will get another chance. He tracks it down back behind Royson's net. Bauman reaches the line, takes a hard hit to right in front of the Generals bench. Face-off won by the Gen first time this period. Here's a hard shot by Hen. It's knocked down in front, just hanging there in the slot. Hen picks it back up, tries to get it to Clark a one-timer. Zimmerman sliding over to his left, makes the save. A couple of good chances. Puck still loose. Friesen with the chance. Only gave it a tap, though. And it goes out. Looks like the net is off its moorings. And Koenig, who's wearing a visor, holding his mouth. I hope he's all right. Koenig scored the opening goal of the game. And he's going to be forced to head to the net. We'll keep an eye on him. So Koenig over to the bench, getting addressed. It looks like it might be more superficial than anything. Hope he's okay. Held in nicely, at least for the moment, by Gordon. He gets over on the wrong side of the blue line, though, and is forced to dump it in. And now Hen will bring it out. Nice play by Minchin to chop that one down. He has it, centers it over for Hennon. Hennon fires, trickles just wide. As that one is flipped out of the zone, Hen will try to track that down. He chops at it, and Paul Bunyan's it just in time. Miscommunication with Rhodes and Minchin trying to one-tap it up. Here is Corelli who fires. That one zooms past the outstretched stick of Roysum. Up in the near wing now. Here comes Hennon. Hennon takes a hard shove after trying to chip it to himself. Able to try to track it down once again, at least for a moment, but Hammer yanks it away. And now Hammer comes from behind his own net. Bailiff caught reaching there. He's able to squeak past him, and now a 3-on-2 coming the other way. Hammer tries to chip it to himself, but it's caught up on the knee pads of Rhodes. Trickles into the corner. Shot from the point, seen all the way by Roysum, and he sticks it aside. Now Bailiff has it. He'll just fire it out of the zone, and it finds Friesen all the way down at the other end of the ice. Friesen, though, just bullied off of the puck right there. Code tries to track it down. I beg your pardon, it wasn't Friesen. I think that was Arbolowski. A couple of players tangled up here on the near side. That's Bailiff for the Gen. Outlet pass intercepted here on the near wing, but Dempsey able to body up Bailiff. and win that physical battle. Left off for Hurley. Hurley charging in, weaving, fires. That one goes high and wide, held in on the glass, and then held it at the far point. 9 minutes remaining here in the second period. A much more even period. Here's a shot from number 8, but he holds on. Does Royston. Delayed penalty coming up. There's the whistle. And second penalty of the day against the Gens. Looks like it's going to be an interference call. And heading to the box is Nicholas Short, I believe. Oh, no, I beg your pardon. It is Hunter Boyven heading to the box. No, we'll see. It is Clark. So third time's the charm. Second power play of the day for Lehigh Valley. They did not take long to score in their first power play. That was the game's opening goal. 2 minutes up on the board. The Generals penalty kill heads to work. Shots 10-9 in favor of Eugene here in the second period after there was 19-9 in favor of Lehigh Valley in the opening 20 minutes. Face-off won by the Gens. It's quickly rifled all the way down by Dakota Hen. Zimmerman holds it up. Picked up by Trasinkinov. I hope I'm getting that right once more. Hammer tries to deflect it up. Couldn't get it touched, or at least if he did, he was on the wrong side of the red line. And so we'll head back down to the other end. Face-off won by the Junior Reds, but Friesen had it for a moment. Down in the corner, lost it, and now here come the Rebs the other way. Trasinkinov has it. He's able to skip past a couple of skaters, but unfortunately for him, the puck keeps rolling on him as well. And this one trickles out of the zone. Gordon and Hurley, the first one's there. Gordon flips it over to Hurley. It's Hennon on the forecheck. Friesen right behind him. Missed opportunity to get it out of the zone, and now Koenig has it. He scored the power play goal earlier. Dempsey had a little trouble with it, but he's able to get it out to Hurley at the point. Gordon looking to charge in. It looked like Dunn got his stick in there somehow. Still held in. Now Dempsey. Dempsey down over below to Gordon. That one trickles out, but not out of the zone. Dempsey has it. Back over to Hurley. Hurley back over to Dempsey. Dempsey tries to give it across. Nice idea. Here's a shot deflected. Royston covers it up. We get a whistle. 32 seconds left on the power play for Lehigh Valley. Fortunate break here for the Gens as that one squirts all the way out. Now Koda is going to try to track it down and at least waste some time, maybe salvage a scoring opportunity. He did a good job by number 5 here to weave his way past a couple of players. But he gets all the way down to Bauman. Bauman tries to flip it up ahead to Arbolonsky, can't do it, and now a chance. Here's Lynn Harris, a 3-on-2 the other way. Lynn Harris couldn't do much with it, but he does hold on to possession. Here's Corelli. Hard one-timer, that zooms past the net of Royston as Clark comes out of the box, so the Gens kill that penalty. Clark racing back into the play, looking for the stick flip there, and he almost got there in time. Puck back behind the net. And picked up by Bauman. Bauman has it now. He gets his eyes up, tries to sauce it up ahead to Arbolowski. Takes a bounce right back to him. He does get to Arbolowski on the second attempt. Hard shot, rebound in front. Good stick at the last minute by number 5 to break up that chance for Coday, as that goes back behind the net of Zimmerman, who made the initial save. Still held in by Clark, though. A little bit more buzz from the Generals here in this period, starting to feel the urgency. Shot from Bauman, knocked down in front before it could reach Zimmerman's net. played off the boards and taken out of the zone. Hen will just flip it right back in. It'll be held onto by Zimmerman for a moment, and he'll drop it off for number 5. Stretch pass intercepted by Dunn. Dunn has it at the near side. He tries to get it to Manthe. Manthe, not sure if he knew it was coming. It bangs off of his skate, but the Generals do get a face-off in the attacking zone. 5:42 left in a fast-moving second period here in Lehigh Valley. Faceoff trickles to the near slot, and Warner just scoops it up. He'll bring it out of the zone, almost catches a bounce to get right back to Warner. But here is Manthe, who spins around. Manthe throws it off the boards, taken by Hurley. Hurley sachets a bit. He'll hand it off to number 5. Number 5 tries to get it out of the zone. It squirts through the stick of Manthe and taken up ahead, at least for the moment. Minchin rifles it off the boards, trying to play it to either himself or Hen, and neither worked, but it's picked up by Hen. And nice hesitation move to get past one. He'll look for the shot, trying to shoot through the legs of 5. Good stick by 5 to break that one up, but that one just knuckles wide. Picked back up by number 5. Outlet pass, sneaks past, and it's picked up by Dunn. Dunn gets it over to Hen. Hen tries to get it back to Dunn. He does just that. And Dunn tries to angle it off the boards. Couldn't quite do it. Taken back by Hurley. Hurley sauced it out of the zone. It goes to Clark. Clark a little soft with his stick there. And it's picked up by number 21. Galen enters the zone, drops the shoulder, gets past Dunn, feathers it in front, caught loose in front, still loose in front. Now in the high slot, a hard shot deflected and into the far corner. Here's Galen again, another centering pass, looking to catch the Gens off guard with Dempsey. I think it caught Dempsey off guard a bit as well. Hurley with the shot, just fisted aside off the blocker of Roysom. Dunn jostling for it now, so is Manthe. It squirts past all of them. Dunn tries to flip it up ahead. Held in by Hurley with a nice move to get past Minchin on the wall. Some good puck handling here from the big fella Hurley. He skirts around the entire zone. A hard shot deflected off of a knee in front, and it goes wide. Back to 5 here along the near wall. He tries to fist it in. He does once, he does twice, able to keep it in nicely. Back over to number 8. Here's Hurley, shot from distance. That one goes wide off of the side netting. Taken back by Galen. Good pressure here on this possession by Lehigh Valley. Another shot, loose, covered up. Dempsey getting in there with Devin Dunn. The two have a quick chat, talk about dinner plans, I'm sure. 3:52 left here in the second period. Shots even in the second period, 12 apiece. And 31-21 overall for the Junior Rebels. Nice breakout here by the Gens. Arbolowski brings it up. He's got code A to his right. Arbolowski will shoot. Corelli able to get his stick in there. Zimmerman gets a stick on it as well. His stick deflects it up and out of play. And we get a whistle. Ooh, a chance point blank for Lynn Harris, but Roysom up to the task. Defensive lapse there for the Gens, but luckily it doesn't cost them. 3:40 left here in the second period. Here comes Clark now. Clark's had a couple of good chances today. Again, we've mentioned multiple times, scoring 2 yesterday, the only 2 goals for the Gens. Clark picks it up. He fires from distance. But Zimmerman able to see it the whole way. He'll hold on. Face-off coming up. Face out to the right of Zimmerman. It's run by the Gens. Boy, having a little trouble with it. Hen just feathers it into the corner. A nice idea there by the Colorado Springs native. We got a penalty coming up against Lehigh Valley. Perhaps, or maybe no, it looks like it is the Gens. Clark takes his second penalty of the game, a high stick, and Heberly is down. I think he probably caught that stick up near his face there. Heberly back up, though. And Clark heads to the sin bin at an inopportune time. 2 goals yesterday for Clark, 2 penalties against him today. We'll see if this one comes back to bite him. We got Valley 1 for 2 on the power play today. Face out taken by Hen. He'll get it out of the zone and flip it all the way down towards Zimmerman's area coach. And Zimmerman wisely just holds on. Wolofsky with the hard shot, centering pass, puck still loose. He shoots and he scores. At least he's celebrating. And they're saying no, that it didn't cross the red line. They had a line judge right on it. He didn't come in and make the call, though. I think he might have been falling asleep there a little bit. Couldn't tell from this angle if it did cross the red line. So no short-handed goal for the Gens. Instead, we get a face-off to the left of Zimmerman. 1:14 left on the penalty against Clark. Lehigh Valley enters. They'll set it up now. Looking for the one-timer is Corelli. Swings and misses, though, on the hard saucer pass, and now it's Coday. His outlet pass just out of the reach of Arbolowski. But Coday's going to get a second chance. Here's Coday shooting, charging out at Zimmerman, and no rebound given up. Nice save by Zimmerman, who's been very strong today. 44 seconds left on the Generals penalty. See Hurley heading to the locker room hoop. He's all right. He's the fellow who absorbed that high stick from Alex Clark. I hope he's okay. End game's possession after that faceoff kind of trickled away from that far dot. It goes back behind the net. 30 seconds left here on the Lehigh Valley power play. Friesen doing his best to be a thorn in the side of the Rebs on this penalty kill. And a good kill thus far for the Gens, yielding a couple of good opportunities, including one that appeared to be a shorthanded goal for a moment, but ruled that it did not cross the red line. Hear the stick wrapping on the ice. Final few seconds as Clark comes out of the box. Charging at the net, the puck goes airborne. Still held on, this time by number 8 as Clark comes in, lays it. Here's a shot, though, gobbled up by the glove of Royson. 55.6 seconds remaining here in the second period. Shots 33-27 overall in favor of the Rebs. The Gens winning the shot totals here, though, in the second period. Puck hanging up along the boards. Number 8 tried to yank away with it for a moment, and he had to angle towards the net, but unable to get enough mustard on it. Minchin absorbs a hit, but he turns it over in the neutral zone, thrown right back in by the Junior Reds. 35 seconds remaining in the period. Heads back into the corner. Nice play by Boyven to get it up to Minchin now. 3 seconds remaining. He's got a clap it on net. A shot. It's broken up off the shins of number 21. And that'll do it for the second period of play. So a much more even second period, but still work to do for the Gens. 34-27, the shots total here through 2 periods of play. And at the end of 2 periods, it's Lehigh Valley 3, Eugene Generals 0. All right, back underway here in the third period of play after a lopsided first period that saw 3-0 lead for the Junior Rebs after 20 minutes. A very even second. Generals out shooting the Rebs in the second by about a 16-14 margin. See what they can do here. Rough start, though, as almost a 2-on-1 opportunity. Good job rubbing that one out by Hen. And now numbers the other way for Eugene. Here's Arbolowski, who skips past one. He gets it to Bailiff here on the near wing. Bailiff tries to feather it in front. It gets caught up in Corelli's skate. And into the corner. It gets out of the zone just off the fingertips of Short here on the near side. Short advances it, and it's thrown back up ahead by Bailiff. Bailiff unable to link up with either of the forwards in front, though. And it's taken back by, I believe, that's Corelli. It's a hard shot from distance. That one skips on the ice and goes wide of that far post. Held in the near corner. Clark will look to track this one down. Puck rolling with the fresh ice, but it does get out of the zone. Nice move by number 8 to get past a pair of Generals though in the neutral zone, and now it's a quick 2-on-1 opportunity. He'll try to feather it over. A hard shot off the face mask of Royso. Using everything he can to make this save. And still held in, this time at the far point. Goes back behind. This is Bauman who tries to feather it over. A little lackadaisical on that pass. Looking to find Bauman. Here is Friesen now back behind the net. Friesen rubbed out by Lynn Harris. And it's Bauman with the pass to a dangerous area, intercepted. Galen tries to get it over to Lynn Harris, unable to do so. Pass out in front, looking for Galen. Again, he had Koenig behind him. That might have even been the better opportunity. Still held in long possession here as a couple of fresh skaters able to get on the ice for the Junior Reds. Lynn Harris heads to the bench. Generals looking a little discombobulated to start this period here. 2 minutes gone in the third period. Again, Generals trailing 3-0. Stretch pass up ahead, looking for Warner. It's brought ahead by number 5. Number 5 has it, evades a couple of skaters, tries to center it up. Misplay by Minchin here on the near side, but Manthe able to get it out. His pass right on the tape of Gordon. The problem is Gordon's wearing a white jersey, picked up by Koenig. He does the same to Hennon. Hennon's got Manthe circling around in front. Didn't quite have his eyes up, though. Hennon's still with it. He gives it off to Hen. Hen here from the slot shot off of the knees of Koenig. Hen will cycle it down below. Here's Minchin. Bobbled on him a bit. He gets it, though. Heads back behind the net. Here at the dot, tries to shoot. The problem is he forgot the puck, and then he takes a hard hit right there. Saputin and hollering from the Junior Reds bench. Here's number 8. Number 8 will chip it in just as he gets to the red line. And over now to Hen. Hen looking for Minchin. Caught Minchin off guard. It does get out of the zone. Nice evasive move there by number 8, at least for the moment. Manthe tries to tap it up ahead to himself. Unable to do so. And now here's Hen once more. Takes a fortunate bounce off of the stick of Hennon. Here's his shot, misses wide, glove side centering pass when Harris was there, but it's broken up. Now here comes Bailiff. Bailiff flips it over to Arbolowski. Arbolowski cuts inside, he gives it over to Code. Code drops it off Arbolowski. Here's his shot, glove save made, and a nice little stop there by Zimmerman. Oh, he's had a nice day here today, and we'll get a face-off to his right. We get a whistle and a penalty. It looks like Hurley getting into it with Hen. Hurley's the one who took a high stick earlier, and he took much offense to it, too. I don't blame him necessarily, but since then he's been pretty upset, and he draws a foolish penalty there. So the Gens head to the power play, and it comes at the 14:09 mark here. Golden chance right there, just unable to put it on net on the backhand. Here's Coday now at the far dot. He'll fire from a tough angle. Rebound in front, shooting! And scoring is the captain, Jackson Bauman. Well, finally the Gens break the seal, and it was a golden opportunity. We'll see if maybe that sparks some life into the Gens. A power play goal. 3-1 the score. Here at the 13:27 mark. Only 41 seconds it took on that power play. So Hurley's foolish penalty away from the play comes back to bite Lehigh Valley. Still with a 2-goal advantage, though, and time in their favor. Inside 14 minutes now remaining in regulation. Bauman's first goal of the season, second-year player. He mentioned a couple of broadcasts so far this year, had his season cut short last year due to an upper body injury. Windsor, California native. And proved to be an easy choice for captain this year, just beloved by everybody on this year's team and last year's team. And he picks a timely moment to get his first goal of the season. Minchin able to advance it. It's not pretty, but it is effective. It is yanked away. Here's Koenig. I beg your pardon, that's Flip Harris. And now Manthe picks it up. Manthe tries to get it ahead to Minchin. He does just that. Minchin enters the zone. Hesitates one way, tries to skip his way around Koenig. Gets his way past another. Stick bumped off of his tape, though, into the corner, but Minchin gets it back. Nice pass, or nice idea looking for Bauman as Minchin heads over to the bench. They're motioning Hammer over to the box after that collision, and I think that might more because of the reaction. I think kind of pressuring the rest into a call here. It looked more incidental than anything. So it looks like no penalty on the play. Face out to the right of Royce, and after that's all sorted out, it is won by Lehigh Valley. Here's Curley, who fires it towards the net, deflected in front, but Royce in the way, able to make the save as it goes back behind. Here's Hammer now. Hammer has it in the corner. Hammer was the one involved in that play. It's held up on the net of Royce and finally comes down, puck still loose. And it looks like it might have been just covered up or just kind of hung up on the net. Either way, we get a whistle. Face-off coming up, 11:27 left here in the period. Backhanded shot goes high and wide. That's number 8 on the attempt. And a wide open opportunity. And then Clark with a chance to get it out of the zone, but turns it over. And it's still held in. Long pressure here into the attacking zone. There's a couple of fresh legs able to get on the ice for Lehigh Valley. 10.5 minutes remaining here in regulation. Schroeder now aiming to track this one down. His pass looking for Arbolowski, but caught up on his backside just behind him. Now here's Lynn Harris. And Harris bobbled around, neither side able to gain possession. Now here comes Coday. 3-on-2 opportunity. Coday tries to fire it at the net. It's off the stick of Corelli and goes into the corner. Pinned against the wall by Arbolowski. He wins that battle, comes out of it over to Bailiff, who shoots, and he scores! Bailiff, his first junior goal, the Wasilla product, and again, another timely goal for the Gens. Great opportunity, or rather, great time to pick up your first junior goal as Bailiff in his first season picks it up, and now it's a 3-2 game here. Oh boy, what a change this has been in the third period, but still work to do. Just past the midway point, 9:56 left on the clock as of that draw. And it's back to a one-goal game for the first time since early in the first period. Again, all 3 goals for the Junior Reds coming in the first period. They've been held scoreless since. Had a couple of chances, but the Generals have clamped down defensively, and Royce has been solid as per usual. There's his shot, stick to side. Minchin will try to chop at it to get it out of the zone. Unable to win that battle, though, as it's held in by the Reds. Koenig, the big fella, going to work again. He scored the opener on the power play. Gordon back out to number 5. Hard clapper from the point. And it's saved, a thunderous pad save by Royce. Penn pins number 9 against the board. That's Gordon. Koenig gets it down below, back to number 8. Chance in front, puck still loose. Royce making a couple of big saves, and boy, did he need to. As that was Koenig posted up in front. He got a couple of whacks at it, but back come the Junior Rebs, really pressing now. This is number 8 trying to do it all himself, and he's almost able to do so. And pirouettes back, tries to get it back over to Rhodes. Rhodes will bring it down to the zone now. The General's able to get a couple of changes, avoids a big hit, and he advances it into the corner. Trickles out of the zone, so Bauman will track back as Rhodes and Manthe head to the bench. Bauman throws it in. Minchin heads for a change. Some much-needed fresh skaters on the ice here. 8.5 remaining in the third period. Hard hit late on the far side. The Generals bench hollering. Dunn took a little bit of a bruising on that one too, but it forces the turnover. Outlet pass out of the reach of Clark. Nice idea, but an icing is going to be the call. We'll head back to our left with exactly 8 minutes remaining in regulation. Face-off taken by the junior Rebs. This is Gordon back behind the net. He's got nobody in front to look at. He gets a fortunate bounce, though, over to number 8, who swings and misses. Boy, he had the net wide open, just unable to convert. We got a penalty coming up. 8 blew a tire. Clark following him into the boards, though, and he is down. And he's holding his head. My goodness, hope he's okay. Clark will head to the box for the 3rd time today, but meanwhile, we will hold our breath, hoping number 8 is okay. So thankfully it looks like he will be okay. He's got his helmet back on. Straps it up and he's on the bench good to go. So thankfully he's all right. I've been talking him up a lot today. He's had a wonderful game and it's been a standout here for the junior Rebs. Meanwhile, back behind the play, all of a sudden the goaltender comes out. Looks like some sort of equipment malfunction, an interestingly timed one. So again, the Gens head to the kill. The junior Rebs 1 for 3 on the power play today. Penn battling for it. It's held in by Hurley, and he dumps it down to Gordon. Back to Hurley here. Hurley atop the circle. Good stick by Friesen as Galen was coming in. Rhodes couldn't quite get it out. Friesen will try to, and it's swatted out of the zone. 30 seconds gone on the junior Rebs power play. It comes back over from Corelli to the near side, and here's Hurley. Hurley tries to get past Hennon. He drops it off for Hammer. Hammer shoots, glove save, and he holds on. Face off to the right of Royson. It shoots into the boards. Off the stick of Gordon, it's Bauman who will wrestle it away. He'll chip it to himself and look to flip it out of the zone. In fact, he'll just take it out of the zone himself. Stretch pass looking for Friesen. It caught his tape, but just a little out of his reach. Friesen going to have to get back in the play as here come the Rebs with numbers. Hurley enters the zone. Unable to get a stick on it, at least momentarily. A half-hearted shot, easily saved by Royson. And out of the zone it goes. Here comes Arbolowski looking to track it down. Good hesitation move by Arbolowski to buy himself some time, and he still holds on to possession. He'll just hold it against the boards back behind the net of Zimmerman. A whole lot of nothing but it's blown dead as Arbolowski does his job. We'll have a face-off coming up. 6:23 left here in the third period, 40 seconds left on the junior Rebels power play. Chance in front, backhanded shot, puck still loose, poking at it, loose in the crease, and it just drifts wide. Here's Arbolowski. He feathers it over to the far side. This is Dunn. Dunn lost his footing, so couldn't really get much mustard on that. Back to Arbolowski. Bauman had it, lost it, Just able to intercept it in time, though, as that would have been a 2-on-0 opportunity. Entry pass over to Code. Code over on the far side. 14 seconds left on the power play. Generals is good. Extended possession here on this penalty kill. And a good stick by Dunn and Arbolowski to force a turnover. That should just about do it for Clark's penalty. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And Clark comes out of the box. He'll head to the bench as Manthe hits the ice. We're back to even strength. Third straight penalty killed off after Lehigh Valley scored on their first power play of the game. That pass intercepted by Minchin. Minchin rifles it out of the zone. I'm not sure if he still thought it was a power play or not. But either way, it forces an icing. We'll head back to our left. Face-off goes back to Koenig. He fires off of the shin pads of Minchin. We've seen Koenig load up and rear back with that howitzer of his today. Plenty of time. Centering pass, loose in front. Puck loose, but quickly covered out by Royston. And we'll get a face-off to his right. Couple of sticks chopping at it from both sides. It goes airborne for a moment. It's held in. Now this on the stick of number 8. He circles behind. He's got Hammer in front. Instead pokes it out to the point. Back to Koenig. Koenig rears up. The wrister deflected, but it goes wide of that near post. Another centering pass. Puck loose. Almost poked in. It goes on the side netting. It's still held up on the side netting. Back behind the net of Royston. Boy, dodging the bullet there is the Gen. Centering pass caught up on the feet of number 5. And here comes Hen racing out of the zone. Good job by number 5 on the back check to rub out Hen right there. And the Generals get it back. It's Manthe who throws it off the boards up to Minchin. Minchin comes in. He fires! That one goes up and over the crossbar, held in on the glass. Hen able to get there in time. I didn't think he did at first, but apparently able to keep it in. Battling forward is Hennon on the far side as Minchin heads to the bench. Here comes Gordon now. Gordon with some speed. He's able to skip past one. A little too easy. Chopping in. Somehow not able to find the back of the net. That was number 22. Big bullet dodge there, and we'll see if that proves fortuitous. 4 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here in the third period. And here comes Hurley. Turnover forced by Clark, but the Rebels offsides here. Hurley forced to get back on. Face-off right in front of us is won by the Junior Reds. Hurley gets it, throws it up, and over the outstretched arm of Dunn, and into the corner. Nice play by Bauman to evade one. Code calling for it on the far side. A little too tough, though, for Bauman. Ended off. Good glove save made by Royston. Nice play to drop it off for Lynn Harris. Backhanded shot by Code, easily saved though by Zimmerman, does force an attacking zone face-off. And that comes with exactly 3 minutes remaining here in the third period. shot right out the face-off, easily sucked into the stomach on Zimmerman, so we'll do it again. Face-off won by the Gens, but the pass back behind, out of the reach of Henn. Tracking back is Bauman. He's able to get there in time. Held along the boards and held into the zone, at least for the moment. And again on the second try, that shot saved by Royston. 2:42 remaining, face-off to his left coming up. Here comes Minchin driving. Minchin from a tough angle. Puck loose in the crease. The net's off its moorings. Still not getting a whistle as Rhodes tracks back. Zimmerman back behind the play trying to fix his net as play continues. Generals are unable to get it out of the zone though. Number 8 charging around here to the near post. He gets it out to Hurley at the point. Hurley dumps it down back to 8. 8 centering pass, looking for somebody on the back door. Unable to connect as that puck caught a deflection. And wraps over here to the near corner. Hurley's the first one there. He'll try to dump it down. Then Harris will get there to take over. Inside 2 minutes remaining. Hand passes the call. And so we'll head out of the zone for a face-off. Pass up ahead to Hennon. Hennon tries to feather it over to Arbolovsky. A little too much on that one, though. That one cleared out of the zone. Lehigh forced to reset. Hurley will send back in his own zone. Generals on the forecheck trying to force a turnover, and they do. It does trickle out of the zone, though. Taken back over by Gordon. Good effort from number 9 for Lehigh. Flipped up by Hurley. A weird play by Hurley. He was just looking for a reason to head into the corner and give Henn a hit. You can see he wasn't tracking the puck. He waited for Henn to get in front of him before then planting him into the boards. And now Hurley will take another stupid penalty as he heads to the box, and it comes with 1:06 remaining. My, oh my, Hurley has looked impressive today until he's made some boneheaded plays like that. He will head to the box again. The Generals scored on the last time he did. And so we'll see if the power play can prove effective. So Hurley is escorted from the ice, and now we get a timeout. 5 minutes up on the board, a 5-minute major. Not that it really matters, it's 1:06 remaining, but we'll see what ends up happening here. The Generals able to score, of course, would carry over into the extra frame. So Royston still on his net, but we got a face-off down to the right of Zimmerman, it looks. Rather the left, I beg your pardon. Bringing in a 5-minute major coming against Hurley. Face-off taken by Clark. It's out to Code. Code walks the line. Royston well out of his crease, waiting for the call to go to the bench. Here's his shot knocked down, and Gordon will bring it out of the zone. Gordon just fires it up ahead where Royston will hold it up. 49 seconds remaining here in regulation. And gives it over to the far side. Here's Code. Code back to Arvolovsky. He fires. Save made in front. Royston waiting for the call to come out. It's flipped out of the zone. It goes all the way down to Royston. Here's Bauman now. Only 20 seconds remaining. Bauman enters the zone. Finally, Royston heads to the bench. And the extra skater heads on. Five seconds remaining, 4 seconds. And that will do it. The Rebs hold on to this one, pick up a 3-2 win. As the Generals caught 2 in the third period, but not enough. They fall short. And I want to give major props to the Junior Rebs for hosting us today and to their hospitality, particularly their coaching staff, and I want to wish them major best of luck throughout the rest of the EHL season and beyond. Second straight close loss here for the Gens here on the East Coast. Great effort by Zimmerman today. I beg your pardon today, in that he was spectacular, as was Royston at the other end. But it's Lehigh Valley, whose 3 first-period goals proved to be just enough. They hang on in the final minutes of this one and pick up the win. So signing off here from Lehigh Valley, the Generals will be back in action tomorrow against the Philadelphia Little Flyers to wrap up this week's EHL swing throughout the East Coast. That game currently scheduled for 2:15 Eastern Standard Time, 11:15 Pacific Time for all you folks watching back at home. Stay tuned to updates on our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and of course at eugenegenerals.com for any updates or changes to the schedule. Again, final score here, Lehigh Valley 3, Eugene Generals 2. And again, just a final thank you to the Lehigh Valley coaching staff and the rink staff here for hosting us and for their hospitality today. And just again, a final wish of the best of luck throughout the rest of the season.